Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boy Z here and welcome back to more Pokemon X and Y. Now, before we start with this, I want to show you guys my team. Current build. Now, basically what this team is all about, well, it's pretty self-explanatory once we go into the set itself, but in general, I wanted to make like a standalone, we got Showdown stuff, right now we got Random Pokemon Generator, that's its own series in Showdown, then we got, there's epic music, man, disappear from the face of the earth. I'm listening to 5 hours of epic music, man, crazy. Anyways, just in general, we got two series, then we got Golden Choice, that's another series on its own, basically here on Showdown as well as on my 3DS, but I wanted to make a more of a something more mainstream, something more standard, where we can make a playlist of mostly everything together put, basically all tiers go, all Pokemon go, there's no special rules to it. We just make a team, we try to diverse a bit, basically on the movesets, on the strategies, but in general also expand this team and making it a little bit better, basically based on the knowledge we gain through the matches, and just kind of make it the team much more sharper than it used to be. Right now it's got lots of flaws, but that's how I like it. I like a team that's got lots of flaws because you can kind of see your own weakness and then you can perform a much better build over time. So if you got any suggestions, basically after watching these battles, let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, let's go right into it. I got Japanese names for my fellow comrades here. We got Chiruttasu, that is of course an Altaria, that is all about putting up the cotton guard, walling the physical attackers and just roost them away, which also comes in handy after I show you another partner that I have here and why Roar could really come in handy. For one, we got Solrock, that Pokemon is is defensive, and it also possesses Stealth Rock. So whoa, this music is getting loud right now. I need to focus. I have a hard time focusing when I got loud music in my head. But anyways, we got Toxic as well, just in case there's some Levitators that want to get poisoned. Rock Slide for some, I guess, for some offensive pressure, gaining that stab as well, and Morning Sun to recover most of our health, maybe even Poison Stall something one-on-one. So yeah, that's pretty much all that Pokemon has written on its back. And afterwards we got Wall Breaker, Tank Breaker, in this case it's a Dageki, incredibly powerful, incredibly dangerous Choice Bandit. With Jolly Nature, I believe I need that speed. I'm not too sure how important is Jolly or Adamant in this generation, especially in the new right now, but I've been in positions where speed was pretty much the most important factor, and it even cost me a game or two. So I've kind of learned that really when you got offense pressure, you always go with speed. There is just barely any Pokemon that really gains, you can fail a KO, but if you cannot outspeed a particular Pokemon, not only will you fail to damage it, but you will be taken down if the Pokemon is strong enough to take you out. So yeah, but Dageki, Wall Breaker, then we get Harisen, our Qwilfish, very important essence, of course, going back to Chiruttasu. With Roar is that Qwilfish runs Toxic Spike, so even if they do like if their team can handle Toxic Spike, you can just roar them away into something that they have no control over, and you can absolutely decimate their strategies with that. So basically, if they do not have a poison type Pokemon, our strategies could work. But then again, there's lots of Levitators, lots of flying type Pokemon to consider. But then is where the flying types being weak to Stealth Rock come into play, so that's pretty good. Then we got defensive again, Intimidate. I need to make an defensive approach here. Afterwards we got a Malamar, which you guys probably cannot see because I'm recording in a much smaller scale, so to get the whole picture right, to make as high quality as I can, basically the picture on Showdown here. But Karamanero Karamanero sounds like a Mexican name, but I like Japanese names, I really do. They just sound so catchy. But basically what this guy does, my Malamar, is that it's got lefties, it's got sub, and pretty much free attack, superpower with contrary, giving it an attack increase instead of a decrease, and Night Slash to kind of cover with Sahib Cut, gaining that both those stabs for that extra power, as well as incredible coverage. Those three really cover it quite well. I was thinking it gets Sucker Punch, but I was mistaken. But what can we do? Then we got Rotom, yeah, Rotom Frost, to be more precise here. It's got Blizzard, Thunderbolt, Sleep Talk, and Volt Switch. Now, strangely enough, and the reason I put Sleep Talk is because Sleep is quite common in lower tiers, I believe. Not as, you know, when you go higher tiers, Sleep is not as common, but in lower tiers it's definitely a really potent thing to work with. And basically, you know, when it comes down to my team, I don't want to put anything to Sleep because it's quite essential to kind of support each other's back here. And sometimes you just don't have any opportunities. You gotta have something as a sleep out there. So in this case, with Sleep Talk, we can at least like Volt Switch away if Grass type, of course, because the most sleep common inducers are this Grass type Pokemon. We can Volt Switch. That will not do much, but we will still have the switch of sorts to switch out, fearing something else. And Thunderbolt, they do resist, but then we got Blizzard that kind of covers that Grass resistance, you know, being that electric grass do resist. So yeah, that's my Rotom. You guys cannot see Karamanero, of course. Rotom is Scarf, and Karamanero does have leftovers. So that's my team, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, let's go right into it, shall we? I believe I wasted way too much time. Yeah, let's look for battle now. Right now, as I speak, we got only, whoa, we got a battle already. Whoa. I like this. Anyways, we got Mass Spirit, we got, okay, this guy already put up the timer, that's fine. Let's see, in case he puts, he can lead with Primeape as well, but that is something I'm not, you know what, just in general, I feel, well, Mass Spirit could be his switch. Mass Spirit is a problem. Should watch out for this. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna lead with Rotom. Yeah, he's gonna lead with his okay. Let's see now. What do we do? I should probably Volt Switch. Just for now. I don't see any immunities, true immunities towards this, so I'm free to Volt Switch. It's gonna Spikes, that's fine. I'm Scarf and yet you still outspeed me. That is insane. That is legitimately insane. I guess I should have T-balled, but he probably does run the SAS, so in general we didn't really lose much from making such a move. Anyways, let's see now. I'm gonna switch out to my Chiruttasu because it is especially defensive, and I can pretty much cover. I can go for the Dragon Claw, I can also set up, but looking at this team, do I gain anything from setup this early? I do not. Now will he switch out to Granbull? He could, but then I could put up the rocks. Afterwards, you know, I can easily set up on it. So let's go for the Dragon Claw for now. He's gonna Spikes, and that's pretty much gonna be it. Yeah, a Selgar could be a problem. I mean, those Spikes could be definitely detrimental, but how important will they play? Intimidate, which means that Qwilfish is an excellent switch. Now basically he can make a double switch right now to Mesprit, which is something I'm kind of scared of. Part of me is kind of scared of, but I'm not too sure this guy is gonna see it. Yeah, okay, so he switches out to Primeape. Interesting. Was he thinking the Intimidate? Because Primeape do tend to run Defiant nowadays. They do not run Wild Spirit because basically it is useful, but Defiant is much more useful against things like Qwilfish that raises its attack to +1 instead of -1. So basically this could be a very good fodder for Toxic Spike. So that's what we're gonna do right now. He's gonna U-turn. There's really not much Primeape can do against Qwilfish one-on-one, and I also run Pain Split, so I should definitely preserve this Pokemon. This is good because Granbull could run defensive, and it could also run Heal Bell if I'm not mistaken. That's something that Granbull gained even from the second generation, but this is very useful because I can put up this. I can definitely switch out right now, but I can put up another layer of Spikes, and I can just start racking up the damage on his team. Basically, that's what we're gonna do right now. Yeah, he's gonna switch out to Mesprit. That's fine. He's got those Spikes up. I got my Toxic Spikes up. Basically, our field is on Spikes right now. Oh man, Spikes. I hate Spikes in games. Oh man, they're my biggest enemy. Actually, just Pitfalls in general are my biggest enemy. Oh, let's see. Sawk. Should I? Ice Beam is something to be expected from the likes of this, but I still don't wanna. No, Stealth Rocks are. Well, he didn't put up the Stealth Rocks, so what am I talking about? He's not gonna Ice Beam at Qwilfish. He's probably gonna go for the Sawk or Stealth Rocks. That's fine. Now basically, should I expect this guy to run Ice Beam? Because that is very common. And he doesn't... Well, Stack Rocks, I'm under pressure right now. I'm gonna need to damage this guy, and my team just in general has problems. It's struggling against things like this. If I switch out right now, then I'm in a pickle. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out to Rotom. Okay, he does not have Ice Beam. That's a very important thing to consider, to have in mind later on. But anyways, this thing comes in, and basically I will have to switch out right now. What should I switch out to? I can also go for the T-Bolt. Can also go for the Blizzard. I mean, Stealth Rocks are gonna do its though, but I still don't feel all that comfortable just staying in against this. Ooh, it's a crit right there. Last time I checked, there's really not much Gramble does when it comes down to recovery. Play Rough could be coming my way. I feel like Solrock could take at least one of those, and I believe I can outspeed. And I do take it quite well, so that is incredible. I like this. Defensive Solrock. Should I switch out to Harisen, or should I switch? No, I'm not gonna switch out right now. I'm gonna put up the rocks first. I believe I'm gonna gain much more from something like that. So yeah, let's put up the rocks. It's probably gonna crunch. Okay, whoa, I actually take that, but then again with the minus defense, I'm not gonna take another one, so that's unfortunate. And what can we do right now is I can just go for the Rock Slide and just take him out before. Oh my god, are you serious? Well, in this case, I should just run Stone Edge if Rock Slide is gonna start missing on me. Oh man, okay, so there is some pressure behind his actions right now. I mean, Masper is a threat without a doubt, but basically, what will he switch out to right now? He can switch out to Feraligatr, he can switch out to Primeape, he can switch out to so many things. He can switch out to Mesprit, which is pretty much the thing that I'm kind of expecting him to do. I'm going to switch out to Karamanero. Then again, with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, he's going to switch out to Primeape. Interesting. I mean, it is the fastest, it's probably his choice card, basically how he switched him in, but... Can I take Close Comment from the likes of this? I believe I cannot, and that is unfortunate, because I believe now with Stealth Rocks and Spikes damage, everything else on his team is gonna outspeed me and take me out. So I'll have to stay in and pretty much sack this guy. That's unfortunate. He's gonna, yeah, he's gonna U-turn also. Yeah, I'm 4-10 weak to that. What am I talking about? Of course, switching out would have not gained me much. You know, he would have... His whole team pretty much one-shots me after that. Shadow Ball, I'm weak to it. Karamanero's typing is good in some situations, but it's incredibly weak in the others. Being that 4-10 weakness towards U-turn, I don't know. It's not the fastest Pokemon around, which is even that much more detrimental. Anyways, let's see. This thing comes in. I can just spam Blizzard, which I believe is my best option right now. If Feraligatr comes in, I do have the Qwilfish to semi-stop it. And his Tracks of Destruction. Yeah, I'd switch out to Rotom. Should I T-Bolt? Should I risk? But I want that additional damage. I really want that additional damage. Or else I'm in a pickle. I'm gonna go all nothing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for the Blizzard. Yes! Get some. Ooh! What a crit. I was scared that I'm gonna miss, and then I strike a crit. That is incredible. Rotomu. Incredible. Anyways, Toxic is gonna rack up, which is incredible yet again, because I like the idea of just doing damage. Now basically his Primeape could also be banded, but the chance of that are not all that common. So I switch out. I think the Harisen switch is the most to be expected. So I'm gonna switch out Intimidate there. He could also Dragon Dance, he could also Sword Dance, which is definitely something I'm not a big fan of, but then again he's gonna Sword Dance, yeah. Okay. Now that is a problem. That is a problem. We're gonna need to damage this and damage this quickly. Should I go for the Poison Jab? We did put up the 2 layers of spikes, which is great in this situation, but as you can see, this is gonna make it semi-manageable. Can go for the pain split also, but I feel that no, I'm just gonna poison jab for out. He's gonna sword dance again. Ooh, this is gonna be very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now he's probably gonna go for the either Waterfall is not gonna take me out. Then again, he could run return. I will have to switch out, but basically what I should sack right now is still a question. Dageki is gonna get heavily damaged anyways. And what does this gain me in general? What do I gain from having this Pokemon still up? If should I sack something right now? Because I'm a little bit off right now. What should I sack? No, I'm just gonna stay in. He's got a Waterfall and he's yet still gonna take me out. Of course, because he was Life Orb. That makes sense actually. So now it's pretty much coming down to a close. He's got Primeape and he's got these mages. Now if he leads with Primeape, that's gonna be bad, but I do have Dageki, and basically depending on whether or not he is max speed banded or Scarf, he's gonna speed me either way. But then again, I can also lead with Rotom, or we're gonna lead with Dageki. Let's see what kind of switch he's gonna do. Turn 15. Turn 15. Lots of pressure behind this match. His team is semi-fast to a certain extent. I mean, you know, those late gamers, most of his stuff are quite fast. His Mages is fast. You know, that lead bug Pokemon is incredibly fast. Let's switch out with Dageki. Okay, this is good because I'm pretty sure I should take one of his moves outside of, like, if he runs Psychic, which is definitely not something that they tend to run. Then again, do they learn Psychic? They could also run Will-O-Wisp, but I feel like if I go for knockoff right now and take away the Primeape Scarf, if he switches out, then that's going to be incredible. So that's what we'll do. The Shadow Ball, yes, we managed to survive. Excellent. He's also Life Orb. Okay. Miss Mage's Life Orb. Master Blood could be a threat. T-Bolt, Shadow Ball, definitely a threat. Anyways, I'm just going to stay in now because he's going to need to lock himself into... I mean, Primeape is incredible. Middle, early, in late game, but its downfall could be its own choice, its own item. You know, sometimes it works, but stuff like this right now, if he locks himself into a particular move, I'm pretty sure that my team can... Okay, you know what? Actually, I take that back. I cannot take Stone Edge. Oh my god, maybe I should have not done that. This is bad, because if he chose Scarf, then... Oh man, he's gonna need to hit twice, so that is definitely something that you don't tend to rely upon, but he needs to. He doesn't have any other choice. So if he's banded, then it doesn't matter because I'm Scarf, I will outspeed, but then again he could also be... Oh man, depending really. Let's go. Yes. Oh man, and Toxic is gonna take him out. You know, hitting 3 times with Stone Edge, it's just crazy. Fucking hacks, bullshit. Get over it. I'm not even gonna type. I'm not even gonna bother. I mean, yeah, it is bullshit. I mean, you would have won because Altaria getting Stealth Rock damage. You know, just honestly saying, you would have won. But again, you know what's bullshit? Stone Edge. Don't start, you know, being all mad if you run an 80% move and expecting to never miss with it. So, but I guess that was kind of groundbreaking. But that's what happens when you run Stone Edge. Yet I missed with Rock Slide. You know, it's 90% and I missed with it. I mean, that can kind of make up for that Stone Edge. Then again, I did get a crit. So basically, when luck was involved with this match, I was much more lucky than he was. But I consider myself a quite lucky player. I don't consider myself to get hacks most of the time. Like, I basically barely get major hacks that change the course of my match. Mostly this tends to happen from my opponents for some reason. So yeah, I consider myself quite a lucky player.